I'd like to dedicate this video as an appreciation video to the Battlefield franchise and the studios working on Battlefield, Criterion, DICE, right? Other studios involved. I mean, it takes a product like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 to make you realize what you actually have sometimes. And you know what? I'm glad I experienced Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 today, and I use the word experience very deliberately because you don't play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. It's not a game. Call of Duty is no longer a video game. It hasn't been for a very long time. It is a product designed specifically and only to farm as much money as possible on a yearly basis from people that simply don't know any better or don't care to know any better. First off, I have to give a massive thank you to the individual that provided me with a beta code for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 because I was never going to buy the game. I absolutely refuse. In fact, I was debating even playing it even though he was generous enough to provide me with a code because I knew going into it that my experience was going to be what it was. And because I care about you, dear viewer, I will spare you from an entire video of background gameplay of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. I will not subject you to watching it because, my God, how could I possibly do that to you? So starting off, my experience with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 today started off with me booting the game up, and the game spiked my CPU to 100% and nearly crashed my stream. So I miraculously closed the game and restarted it to find that apparently the shaders loading was the cause of that. After it stopped assaulting my computer, I had to navigate what I can only describe to be as some of the worst UI I've ever encountered in my entire life to do my settings. And after I won that absolute war, I was finally ready to play the game. Or I should say, I was finally ready to be subjected to the experience that is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. The first game was very predictable. The skill-based matchmaking hasn't suplexed me yet, so the first game was actually fairly chill. There was a bunch of different players. The variety of players was actually significantly higher than what I would experience later. And overall, it kind of reminded me of older Call of Duty games and how they played. There were some decent people, and there were some people that were pretty ass. And by the end of it, I think I had like a 4 or 5 KD, whatever. The first game was pretty much just figuring out my sensitivity and all the controls and that sort of stuff. And I played a few more games until I loaded into this lobby. This is my 4th game ever in the Modern Warfare 4 beta. Just take a look at some of the names on the enemy team. You recognize some of them? That's right, you probably do if you pay attention to Call of Duty, because this was a CDL Pro stack in my 4th ever game of playing the Modern Warfare 4 beta. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I realized that Call of Duty is no longer a video game. This is a specifically designed, torturous algorithm that will siphon the life force out of you if you allow it. Let's take a look at some of the average engagements that I had in this game. This clip is very, very interesting, especially if you understand aim assist. This person's holding the corner, but wouldn't you know it, the player doesn't start shooting at me until I'm pretty much halfway across this gap. But the aim assist starts tracking me perfectly as soon as I appear on his screen. I'm sure some of you know this already, but this is humanly impossible and comical to even look at, because the aim assist essentially has a 0 millisecond reaction time and did all of the work for him, and he only reacted about, a full second later. And I watched a number of kill cams while playing Modern Warfare 4, and you would be shocked at the amount of people that suddenly can't aim at all as soon as I'm dead, because the aim assist is gone and they suddenly start shooting the fucking wall and ground. I realize to the uninitiated, this may come across as a mouse and keyboard player complaining about controller as usual, right? But I'm dead serious when I say this. The aim assist in this game should be considered cheating. And any and all competition held in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 should be postponed until something is done. None of the professional players in their right mind would ever support aim assist of this strength, and I don't see how anyone in their right mind could take competition in a game with aim assist this strong seriously. You're playing for money, and basically the meta is learn how to aimbot each other better. The only legitimate, serious competition that could ever be held in the Call of Duty franchise at this point is mouse and keyboard only LAN events. That's it. Anything else is an insult to the competitors and to the people that want to support the people competing. But of course, aim assist will never be touched in the Call of Duty franchise because it makes them millions, if not billions of dollars. They protect a very specific portion of people that continue to just buy the games every single year without a single thought, buy skins, and they basically are just treated like personal piggy banks for the Call of Duty publishers. In terms of some of the specific gameplay mechanics, I found the movement to actually kind of feel like shit. It reminded me of the 2022 remake of Modern Warfare 2, and that game was really bad. The gunplay was typical Call of Duty, had a bunch of visual elements. The ADS way was quite bad. The visual effects were also quite in your face and irritating, but of course that only disproportionately affects mouse and keyboard, because controller players have aim assist and they can just aim through the insane visual recoil, muzzle shake, smoke, and whatever else appears on their screen. So from a mechanical point of view, you can't even say that this game is viable to play on mouse and keyboard from the get-go. And yes, I can already see the comment section. Oh, COD is a controller game. Why are you complaining? Well, I know the people typing those comments don't have any level of nuance, but if you're going to have a crossplay game, you need to consider the balance between all of the inputs. It is no longer a controller game, and by the way, Call of Duty was actually first released on PC, so you can just hold that as well. Overall, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is likely the worst video game I have ever played. The only game I can think of that is even remotely close to as terrible of an experience as Modern Warfare 4 is actually another Call of Duty game, and that was 2022's Modern Warfare 2, which is actually quite comparable to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, except you could argue this version of Call of Duty has slightly better movement. But I would argue the slightly better movement doesn't matter at all because, once again, the aim assist, you can do whatever movement you want. The aim assist is going to fucking track it, especially if they know what they're doing with it. So good luck. And that's pretty much all I have to say in this video, guys. It is really a damn shame to see how far Call of Duty has fallen. It is utterly pathetic. It is completely indefensible. And I don't think there is a single argument you could present that would support this game being a decent use of your time and your money. So, those are my thoughts on Call of Duty. Really cheery video, guys. Really just a great time I had today. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts if you played this godforsaken product. And hit the sub button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.